For more than 1 billion people, roti is a staple, but it's not easy to make the flatbread, and buying mass-produced ones are not very healthy.
So a pair of inventors from Singapore have figured out how to use the latest in robotics and sensors to make on-demand roti. Yes, I'm talking about a printer for your Indian dinner.
What is roti? And I watched a video, and it looks incredibly hard to make. Why is that?
So roti is an integral part of our diets. It's like your rice or your noodle, and it's eaten for every meal, lunch and dinner. And the process of making a flatbread is quite complex.
So how did you guys get the process of making a roti down to about a minute? What's the technology here?
So I think at a very macro level, we make one dough ball at a time, and the machine has two sections. It does things in parallel. And there are 4 main stages of roti making that Pranati will take us through.
Basically puts the flour and water into the container. It starts kneading it. So roti making is not just a science, it's also a lot of art in it, because when you're mixing flour and water together, you will never know what's the right consistency. Right. There's algorithm that runs in the background that makes sure that it's always consistent, and if it is not, then it auto-corrects while it's making the dough ball.
So you've replaced your mother's recipe with an algorithm.
Yeah, we try very hard, absolutely.
Then it moves to a pressing system where it then uses 200 kilograms of force to press it into a nice round flat disc.
Of 1.5 millimeter. That's really, really thin. A 1.5 millimeter thickness, even pressing happens. And then it moves to the roasting section, which if you see, it's right next to the kneading section, which needs to be absolutely cool.
And so the first one takes a little bit longer.
Yes.
And is it like sort of in the US when we make pancakes, we always say the first one is never good. Is the first
Sacrifice to the gods.
Right. Is the first one going to be as good as the rest?
According to Indian tradition, the first one is for the cow.
Okay.
It's got 15 sensors. It has 4 heating elements, a full-blown microprocessor running, real-time computation to make all this happen. And Rotimatic itself, the product has 300 parts. So this thing is also connected to the internet. So real-time, it does upload all the usage statistics of the machine.
Oh, wow.
And so our customer service is also very new age, where once you call them, they know exactly what's going on. And they can also remotely diagnose and fix a lot of things.
So it's like a Tesla.
Tesla of the kitchen.
Where's all this heading? I mean, do you guys see a future where we're all going to have robots in our homes that are going to, for every dish? Yeah. Or what's the idea with this kind of machine?
Technology has evolved enough, if you look at self-driving cars or drones, to bring that automation in a small way in the kitchen, where you have a group of devices which are working together to give you a meal.
This is going to extend itself to other kinds of flatbreads in the near future, thin crust pizzas as well.
You're talking to Americans now. Okay.